ask you about her comments about the military. She said during the debate this about the U.S. military. Let's listen.
As of today, there is not one member of the United States military who is in active duty in a combat zone in any war zone around the world, the first time this century.
Our fact checkers found that to be false, and I have a lot of experience in that area as well. There are currently 900 U.S. military personnel in Syria, 2,500 U.S. troops in Iraq. All have been under regular threat from drones and missiles for months. We also have action in the Red Sea. We also, every single day, the Navy SEALs, Delta Forces, special operators can be part of any sort of deadly raid. So why would she make that claim?
Well, I think what's important here, Martha, is that Kamala Harris, in contrast to Donald Trump, demonstrated herself to be commander-in-chief. We are in a world where there are all sorts of conflicts, and it's all the more reason we need somebody who's serious and who supports the military. And just remember,
but Governor, excuse me, but she said there is not one member of the United States military who is in active duty in a combat zone. That is not true. You say she demonstrated her ability to be commander-in-chief, but did she not know about these people in Syria and Iraq? Why would she say that?
Look, that was a comment. That was a comment in a debate. I think the point that she was trying to make was a broader point. And of course, we have military in place all around this country.
You guys, it's crazy. On almost every platform combined, this video right here is touching over 1 billion views. Over 1 billion views. Her getting fact-checked by the American soldiers. She got fact-checked by we the people. We didn't need no moderators. We knew, everybody seen what that was. And Trump still came out on top of 3 verse 1. Everybody seen what it was. You seen they advertisers pulled over $50 million because they say the debate was conducted unfairly. Conducted unfairly. Wow. You seen the whistleblower came out. You seen what the host came out and said after? Lindsay Davis, her sorority sister. Oh, Joe Biden did so. We didn't want it to be like, because Joe Biden did so poorly in the last debate. You seen what happened with that? He had to drop out. So we made sure, you know, we gave her a fair shot. You know, they said they gave her the debate questions. You know, because we seen the lady can't put together a sentence. You know, I just want to be fair with you guys. You know, I'm fair with both parties, both candidates. You know, I call it for what it is. But I don't see how she makes it past 150 in the Electoral College. The lady can't put together a sentence. She can't go off script. It's word salads. What are you talking about? She dodged every question. And one of the biggest questions was the economy. We don't want to hear a preaching story, a motivational story of growing up in the suburbs or growing up in your middle class, or everybody used to cut their grass, cut the lawn. We don't care. There are people dying and struggling right now, have died under your leadership. But hey, it's a cheap fake, a deep fake. Joe Biden was as sharp as a tack. Poor fella don't know where he's at. But this video right here got over 1 billion views on every platform combined, which is wow. So everybody that's watching today's video, you've already seen this. I played this in previous videos, but you just can't make this up. And I'm happy the way this thing turned out, because this debate, you know, brought out the truth. You know, it showed ABC for what it is, and they should lose all. They've lost all credibility. Those moderators should be fired, terminated, and they should be stripped of their licenses. But Trump and tons of others told you what it was coming on to, and what this ABC debate was going to be. We thought it was going to be fair, because we seen CNN conduct a fair debate. You know, what you ask is David or Lindsey running for president? He was debating the debaters. You know, people were screaming at their television screen on you know, at this debate.
Well, I will tell you, I agreed with President Biden's decision to pull out of Afghanistan. 4 presidents said they would, and Joe Biden did. And as a result, America's taxpayers are not paying the $300 million a day we were paying for that endless war. And as of today, there is not one member of the United States military who is in active duty in a combat zone in any war zone around the world. The first time this century. What? But let's understand.
So where the fuck are we right now?
People are disgusted. You know, people are disgusted, man. And the world, you could everybody's reposting and reposting this video. You know, people are disgusted. You can't make this up, you guys. Boy, look at that headline right there.
Somalia. I thought about the ships that have been used as target practice by the Houthis with drones and anti-ship missiles supplied by Iran. Heck, an aircraft carrier just got a combat medal for the first time since World War II for its actions off the Red Sea. We could keep going down the list. The special operators that are in Syria right now as we speak. We just had 6 wounded in a raid on an ISIS compound. We had another 6 wounded by a missile attack. I mean, this is a long list. So either she's a wallflower as vice president and had nothing to do with any of these actions and decisions. Oh, by the way, nothing to do with the debacle in Afghanistan. Or she was at the table and was deliberately misleading the country. And it's right on the heels of Biden and his debate, saying he hasn't lost anybody on his watch. It's completely out of touch with the Gold Star families and completely out of touch with the chaos that is engulfing the world on Harris's watch, on Biden's watch.
Like them beautiful patriots say, you just can't make this up. You just can't, man. But all I can do is show it to y'all, man. Call it for what it is, man. You know?
The exact archetype that I'm always talking about. He's the perfect, clean-cut, well-dressed, typical appearance of a journalist. I mean, he's a professional guy. Look at the suits that he wears. He's a real serious New York journalist guy. He is to be respected and authority. Give me a frickin' break. You know, that's the perception that these guys create. They wear these fancy suits and talk all in the same robotic way. Mr. President. But it's all a facade, really. This guy's a shill. He's an actor, covertly working for the Democrat and deep state establishment. I mean, holy frickin' moly. Who's Donald Trump debating? Kamala Harris or this clown?
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born.
President Trump, as you know, the FBI says overall violent crime is actually coming down in this country. But the question was about you as president, not about former Speaker Pelosi. I did watch all of these pieces of video. I didn't detect the sarcasm, lost by a whisker.
Vice President Harris, he says you hate Israel.
You did bring up something. You said she went to negotiate with Vladimir Putin. Vice President Harris, have you ever met Vladimir Putin?
So just a yes or no, you still do not have a plan.
Trump's trying to debate Kamala, but this guy's trying to fact check him every 2 seconds. And of course, the question next is, well, how many times did they fact check Kamala Harris? Sure, if you watch the debate, you know, literally 0. Kamala Harris could speak all the untruths that she wants. She could spread all the misinformation. And every single time she does it, she's met with, "Thank you, Madam Vice President."
What it would mean if Donald Trump were back in the White House with no guardrails, because certainly we know now the court won't stop him. We know J.D. Vance is not going to stop him. It's up to the American people.
Vice President Harris, thank you. Lindsey?
The point of how he has consistently disparaged and demeaned members of our military, fallen soldiers, and the work that we must do to uphold the strength and the respect of the United States of America around the world.
Vice President Harris, thank you. President Trump, your response to her saying that you...
I mean, it's...
And as you go back and watch that debate again, which we did, it's an absolute disgrace, man. And that woman there makes you just turn... You don't even want to finish the watching it. You don't even want to watch it again, you know? Listening to that woman. The Democrats could have did better, man. They really could have, y'all. You know? Now you see why everybody's leaving the party. Why they say it's not recognizable anymore. Now you see why.
Saying at one point, this David Muir clown asked Kamala Harris a question. She delivered this long-winded word salad, empty political phrase. She didn't even address his actual question. She didn't answer it.
Do you believe Americans are better off than they were 4 years ago?
It went on from there. Despite the economy being the #1 issue facing the country, the sitting vice president generally reverted to talking points about a few of her policy proposals. Even Harris allies today are saying that she needs to talk more about what she will do for Americans if elected.
I mean, totally insane. I feel like I'm being gaslit into oblivion. I mean, remember all the years where all these network executives and journalists, they all claim there's no media bias. It was a Trump phenomenon. He was lying. Fake news doesn't exist. There's no mainstream media bias. There's no social media bias. That's what all the tech barons said during their sworn testimony at congressional hearings. And the entire time, the left-wingers said the same thing. What do you mean? There's no evidence. And everyone's denied that there's any left-wing bias. Meanwhile, 90% of journalists are Democrats, donating to Democrat politicians or the Democrat Party at large, and straight up doing the bidding of the Democrat Party. I mean, it was unreal. All the questions that they posed Donald Trump were made to, try to set up a trap or make him look bad. Then Kamala one after another gets softball after softball and never was challenged once. And the left-wing argument here, it's completely insane. And actually, it's playing out before our very eyes right here on X. Megyn Kelly live tweeting during the event wrote this: "The absolute gall of ABC to keep fact-checking only Trump while letting her lie in every answer is infuriating." To which Morgan J. Freeman responds, "Hi, Megyn Kelly. Kindly name one thing Kamala Harris said that ABC should have fact-checked." I'll wait. Holy frickin' moly, I can't believe it. Talk about the greatest alley-oop of all time. I'm about to slam dunk this clown. Kamala Harris repeatedly lied about Project 2025.
What you're going to hear tonight is a detailed and dangerous plan called Project 2025 that the former president intends on implementing if he were elected again.
Kamala Harris totally lied about Donald Trump's bloodbath statement, to which he swiftly corrected and said he was talking about the auto industry. Kamala Harris mentioned the fine people on both sides hoax. A hoax that, by the way, ABC News is complicit in propagating. No wonder they didn't frickin' fact-check her. They're the ones spreading the fake news.
And you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists.
When he uttered those infamous words that there were very fine people on both sides of the protest, including, by extension, very fine people marching with the neo-Nazis and the white supremacists.
Let's remember Charlottesville, where there was a mob of people carrying tiki torches, spewing anti-Semitic hate. And what did the president then at the time say? There were fine people on each side.
Kamala Harris lied and said that Trump incited a mob to attack the Capitol. He said precisely the opposite.
I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard.
Kamala Harris claimed that she was at the Capitol. She was not. She claimed that police officers died during January 6th. They did not. She promoted the dictator on day one hoax, the stand back and stand by hoax. She claimed that Donald Trump multiple times would institute a national abortion ban when literally 5 seconds earlier he said he wouldn't. She also claimed that Donald Trump was calling for a 20% sales tax.
My opponent has a plan that I call the Trump's sales tax, which would be a 20% tax on everyday goods that you rely on to get through the month. Economists have said that Trump sales tax would actually result for middle-class families in about $4,000 more a year because of his policies and his ideas about what should be the backs of middle-class people paying for tax cuts for billionaires.
President Trump, I'll give you 2 minutes.
First of all, I have no sales tax. That's an incorrect statement. She knows that. We're doing tariffs on other countries. Other countries are going to finally, after 75 years, pay us back for all that we've done for the world.
Total fake news. Donald Trump is talking about implementing and levying tariffs on different nations and increasing the current tariff on China that the Biden administration.
You just can't make this shit up. Excuse my language. I had to say it, y'all. You know, I had to add my little stutter in there too because you just can't.
Administration conveniently keeps in place because they love the money coming in. He mentioned that a bunch of times. He's talking about possibly increasing that tariff on China, not a 20% sales tax. And I mean, what's the implication here? That Americans are buying 100% only Chinese goods and that Trump wants to tax those goods at 20%? I'm so confused. But anyways, just a freaking lie. And that was just the most egregious of the lies. There was also all kinds of mistruths uttered constantly by Kamala Harris.
There was a particularly important comment that Harris made that our fact checkers found misleading. Here it is.
And as of today, there is not one member of the United States military who is in active duty in a combat zone in any war zone around the world, the first time this century.
This is sad. So even CNN, ABC have all turned their backs and they all have to come out with everybody has to come out with fact checks. Because the moderators did such a poor, terrible show job. And I'm glad the whistleblower game. I'm glad that everything is hitting the fan. They should be fired. ABC should be stripped of their licenses. They've lost all credibility, as you can see now. They've lost all credibility. And we were just even surprised to see CNN calling it out. Because, they can't be trusted either.
You, I should note, are the first former Green Beret in Congress. What did you think of that moment?
Well, I about fell out of my chair. I immediately thought of the 3 soldiers from Georgia who were killed by Iranian-backed missiles and drones in Jordan. I thought of the 2 Navy SEALs who died trying to intercept Iranian smugglers off the coast of Somalia. I thought about the ships that have been used as target practice by the Houthis with drones and anti-ship missiles supplied by Iran. Heck,
y'all know we're big on military on this channel, man. We love our veterans, So, and even I almost fell out my chair when I heard when that came out of her mouth. Y'all seen how we covered it. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm saying, well, whoa, why isn't, and then I started to I said, oh my goodness. It is a 3-verse-1. They have not fact checked it. Nothing this lady is bull coning on. All this crap that has been debunked. What do they do? What is this?
An aircraft carrier just got a combat medal for the first time since World War II for its actions off the Red Sea. We could keep going down the list. The special operators that are in Syria right now as we speak. We just had 6 wounded in a raid on an ISIS compound. We had another 6 wounded by a missile attack. I mean, this is a long list. So either she's a wallflower as vice president and had nothing to do with any of these actions and decisions. Oh, by the way, nothing to do with the debacle in Afghanistan. Or she was at the table and was deliberately misleading the country. And it's right on the heels of Biden and his debate saying he hasn't lost anybody on his watch. It's completely out of touch with the Gold Star families and completely out of touch with the chaos that is engulfing the world on Harris's watch, on Biden's watch.
But of course, despite all of that, despite all the lies, she lied more than Donald Trump did. They didn't fact check her once. You know, it's just so egregious. It's so straight up in your face. I just hope people are paying attention. I hope more people are offended by that than anything that Donald Trump said about what's going on in Springfield, Ohio, which, by the way, the left is pretending as if it's been debunked, but there's not nearly enough information that's dropped yet to debunk or really verify anything. But I'm less offended by having an open conversation about immigration and the possible extreme negative impacts. I'm less offended by that than I am by the blatant corrupt media bias and by the straight up deception and lack of substance coming out of the other candidate. That's my thought, and I'm just wondering, did you notice it? Anyways, that's pretty.
And everything going on in Springfield, I mean, it's all over people's pages, for you timelines, all over the internet. What's going on in Springfield, you know? But they're trying to wipe it and cover it up and hide it. You know, like they do with a lot of things that they don't want to be out in the public and don't want people to know what's really going on. But I tell you, people know what's really going on. No matter how much you try to hide it and cover it up, crap, man. But let me know what y'all think. I love y'all. Huge shout out to Liberal Hotline for this ending piece. I love you guys, man, and I'm wishing the best in all you guys' life. One love to the human race, man. One love, man, to we the people. And we encourage everybody to go out and vote, man. And again, huge shout out to our channel members. We want to make sure you guys are all taken care of. So if you are a channel member, and I can also see your username, your name and everything. So make sure you please send me an email so we can make sure that you get taken care of, that you get your free merchandise, that you get your hats, your shirts. Now, there's tons of you that are not channel members and you've gotten your hats and all kind of gifts and shirts and all kind of stuff, but we do want to make sure that our channel members get taken care of. So please make sure you send me a lovely email, and I will definitely get back to you guys. We've been responding to so many of y'all. We've sent out so much stuff this past week, and you guys are gonna be receiving your stuff this week. We see stuff that are out for delivery today as we speak, tomorrow, and this whole week. So be sure to look out for your on your front porches, your mailboxes, wherever you get your mail from. You will receive something from me, myself. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's been crazy because it's just me, y'all. I don't have no management team. Tons of content creators y'all watch, and that also, you know, I'm in contact with that love my channel as well. But they have teams and all kind of management and all kind of, you know, somebody that does this, that does that. It's just me over here, you know, and a lot of y'all know that. So I'm trying to do as much as I can in just 24 hours every single day. Sometimes y'all know I don't even get any sleep. You know, I'll be on here. They say, Rick, did you take a shower in that last video? You had on the same shirt that you had on 2 days ago. You know what I'm saying? Rick, and I say you had that shirt on yesterday, buddy. Oh, man. I love y'all, man. And I'm glad that I get to be real with y'all, man. You know, we're all human, man. We all got to go through the same things, man. We all got to, you know, we're all living to die. We got to pay our taxes. Some of y'all stop paying y'all taxes, you know, and I know some of y'all, if Trump don't win this year, a lot of y'all not paying no more taxes. We boycotting. But I love y'all, man. I love every last one of y'all. But we're going to continue to bring you amazing videos and call it for what it is, man. And again, we encourage everybody to go out to vote because it has to be too big to rig. We are not against a candidate. We are against a machine, a corrupt system, a machine, you guys. So too big to rig. I love y'all, and I will catch you beautiful people in the next one, man. Peace and love, y'all.